or a team they wanted to save for later, some sort of picking style. One of the strengths of this format is that you have those options. You can have something a bit more like specific, a bit more niche, but it's all ultimately up to the players to decide what they want to do. Farron versus Grace Captain. Clint lead. I really like Clint lead on Grace Captain teams. If this is Snacks Clint, then it's like just a nice option to tank. Longsword, ooh.
Goes for longsword early. Fury pendant.
Fireworks does not kill, of course.
Does do a lot of damage though.
There's the brought snacks.
Yep.
Fireworks on Cherry doesn't do a whole lot, luckily.
Oh, Topaz locket too, so setting up the pop-ups.
It's definitely gonna put a hamper on Frig's ability to switch, but I guess Lise already tidies up, so it's more a question of, do you want to put on a little bit more damage, or do you want to just clear the pop-ups now? Of course, fashion advice doesn't do much either.
It's just out here to clear those.
Luckily,
maybe it was trying to like catch somebody on a switch, but with Tidy already ready, there was no reason to not use it there.
I mean, getting rid of the locket's plenty fine itself. I think at the same time, you just don't want to lose too much tempo there. So, like, if you are like 90% sure the opponent's going to do something that doesn't hurt you, you can just keep up a little bit of damage on them. Also, yeah, sob story.
Sob story goes into the handshake though.
And flourish firm handshake again.
Yeah.
Flourish sob story, I don't agree with that. Yeah. On one hand, it's like, what are you gonna do if you are in that position? You're kind of gonna lose your battery either way. But the flourish didn't do much itself. I guess if you're gonna lose it, you might as well use it.
Yeah. And now they can't build meter at all. No battery whatsoever. So.
Right. The like handshake flourish handshake combo really strong against these one battery captains. It's really like surprising to me. I always forget how strong it is until people use it and you're like stuck without a huge amount of options.
Yeah, and at the same time, like if you're using Farron as well, with that it forces the captain in. So if you're using Toppler and Toppler Hammer, you're just dealing a ton of damage if they don't have the defense to really deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah, the Lise also just always being incredibly tanky, doesn't care about the riding crop. I think the Gray still has a necklace? I could be wrong. Either way, Lise is down this time. Grace is no longer locked as well, which is gonna make it a little harder for Frig to knock her down. In comes Tazu, preparing to click Firewall. I think the riding crop is pretty scary, but I have to wonder if Frig's already done this math. So I mean, with Tazu at full, committing to the option.
Pretty confidently too.
Yeah. Also covers the switch out to Lise there.
So yeah, at least just takes that damage, no problem.
Yep.
So we'll see if they go for even more push with like Firewall just start building up. Or if they're gonna try to play it out a little bit slower. Okay, so the heart-to-heart comes through.
I think we haven't seen as much after the nerf, but it's still a pretty solid option if you can like guarantee you'll be at low health. Frig throws out pop-ups now. I don't remember if Roadkill's lease has tidy or not, but at any rate, this does put a little bit of pressure on Lease to do something about Tazu. The last move hasn't been chosen, so if it is a tidy, it's a 3-trick Lease. Disruption Wave, okay.
Disruption Wave, okay.
Good. On the Eric, too, that's very tough for Frig. Especially if this is Flashy Eric.
It's probably Flashy Eric as well, just to try to get some more through. It's gonna hit the scanner, though.
Scanner, scanner, scanner. I love this move. And it hits the lease, of course. Nobody expects scanner, but like it's a lot like Peck, where it's just negates a character. The fact that in this game stat changes persist throughout the entire game, it means that if you set up somebody with a lower defense, it helps out the rest of your team. So like Eric using scanner technically also helps out Tazu.
Yeah, and just being able to hit, you know, scanner, it just unlike other like Pokemon and stuff like that, when you switch, your stats reset. Like this actually snowballs later on into the rest of your team. So as on cue almost, Tazu comes in, threatening with that Firewall now.
Yeah, Tazu doesn't really care about a heart-to-heart coming through. That would put them at 45 right now, but like that's no problem. Lisa's out, luckily. I know Roadkill still has a Keiban left, which has no digital defense. Clint as well can't take much of a digital hit, and neither can Grace really.
But there's only one use on Firewall. That's
true.
The big one.
So instead, I wonder if we're going to see like more pop-ups to kind of prevent.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 pop-ups will kill Cherry on switch in.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, do you go for Flourish pop-ups here just to threaten a little bit more? But I don't know if you have that level of backup afterwards too.
Yeah. Okay, they both decide to switch out. Farron and Cherry. Right. This is an interesting situation here. Cherry is definitely way faster, but I think Farron can still tank one of her hits. Though, of course, Farron is tired.
Yeah, so he tanks that. He's going to survive this turn, too.
That's very good for Farron. Right up knocks out Cherry. Survives the tired damage.
Yeah, with 8 HP, at least getting one more turn out of Farron is going to be good for them.
Yeah, that's possibly a topple hammer. Probably not right now, though. Keiban is pretty much asking for a Tazu switch in. Well, I guess the question then is whether or not Roadkill is expecting that and does something of her own.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Cheer Spike Club. Incredibly strong. Wow, okay. Well, Keiban can at least take some damage from Sayla with the Maledictor going on. The Memory Locket Maledictor combo just kind of feels like Tazu's meant to be sort of sacrificial there. But, Still, though, it might be the difference between winning and losing for Frig. Here comes a Flourish Haymaker. Ooh, not
Doesn't
quite.
do enough. A Thorn Pendant. Oh, we don't know if they went for an attack. What goes for a Mentor?
Whoa.
Okay.
I was totally expecting a, like a Spike Club or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes for the Flicker Glove, just trying to get the KO.
Yep.
We'll take the, Thorn Pendant damage for it, but...
Mm-hmm. Plenty of health in the future here. Or for the future, I should say. Now, to be fair, though, Clint and Grace both have pretty good physical defense. So we almost have to have, like, a Haymaker on both of them. If Frig wants to win. Also, Clint
They
has...
have enough to flourish, too.
Yeah.
Oh, but then it becomes a question of speed, too.
Oh, right.
If Clint outspeeds, which most likely he does at this point, will it be enough for Saylet to tank it, or you try to go for like a flourish? Actually, flourish Flicker Love. Oh my god!
Whoa!
4
Surviving
HP.
the longsword. Oh my god! Wait, hold on. Was this biting Grace? I don't remember if it was biting or stunning.
Oh, I don't know. We're about to find out. If it's stunning, it's not enough, but it'll give him just enough time.
Bitten!
It is biting.
Yes, biting
Okay.
clears it up.
Okay, good.
Okay.
No, just 8 HP Farron.
With tired. I think Roadkill is going to take this game then.
I'll just flourish Topple Hammer?
Can't really do much else. Can't parry because you're still going to die to tired.
Yeah.
There's
Plus
the
you're
riding
on
crop.
sped as well.
Yep. I don't think the Topple Hammer would have taken it.
Yeah.
That was, I think, the only out. Other than, like,
Yeah,
flourishing it.
Yeah. And you weren't going to get the flourish off. You were just under sped already, so...
Right. I still love Frig's teams. Haha, what if I made it? What if I made another? Do not know what this is. Yeah, so Roadkill takes game 1. Frig is looking at possibly switching or just keeping in the Farron team. I think she's keeping in the Farron. You don't have to switch if you lose, only if you win. So, yeah, she's locking in the Farron team. And since Roadkill has already used the Grace team, she cannot use that again, which leaves Tazu and Anora, I believe. Wait, no, not Anora. I can't look at the spreadsheet right now. It's in the wrong window. Okay, it's Tazu. This thing versus that thing. So it's still looking like pretty defensive team here. Of course, Tazu likes going second and getting hit and then punching back for more. The Topple Hammer with Farron is a bit more of a threat against Tazu Captain, but I almost am expecting Frig to just like not use Farron as much. Never mind. Just kidding. Farron's coming in immediately. Against Grace.
I think he was, he's looking for that firm handshake early to maybe break a couple of these batteries, try to get them out of the way.
Yeah, she is definitely just trying to prevent the Grace from switching or just catch that out. Whether it breaks the battery or not, it does mean you can switch into like Lise and use fireworks a bit easier. Yeah, now Roadkill has to make the decision whether she wants to keep in Grace or switch out.
Well, depends. Do we know if Grace has, you know, the physical hit? Because it might be able to do a lot onto Lise here.
Right. Oh,
He's gonna.
she switches out. She
gonna
brings
take
in
the trap
Jane.
damage.
Yeah. Well, she's down 1 battery. Max battery, I mean.
Yeah.
Jane eats up an extra use on the fireworks, but wow, yeah, losing that max battery, it might not be as much because 3 is a pretty high number of batteries. But even then, it is like it's a hard commitment. Like, you are agreeing that you won't be as powerful late in the game.
Yeah, and this might invite Farron to come back too, and try to get another firm handshake off.
Yeah, I think Frig was definitely considering it. It seems like she's looking at a lot of switch-ins, actually.
Yeah.
I don't blame her. It's
Wondering if they could survive a potential, like either hand cannon, firewall. Yeah.
Well, Farron did survive the firewall.
He's looking at that firm handshake again.
Yeah. Shake
I
hands.
think honestly, it's like you do that, and if you happen to get the flourish off again, you break the second battery, and you force Tazu in.
I mean, it is unfortunate that Flourish will just die to tired. Oh, okay. Frig also has right up.
Yeah.
Okay with taking out the Farron captain, who usually plays more of just like, you know, you're not usually building your team around Farron captain, so it's perfectly fine there to get rid of him just to trade out their like really strong tank. Of course, Roadkill still has Tazu and Zale to take care of digital defense, but like Jane fills such a specific role that I don't think any of Roadkill's other characters fill. That being digital physical tank.
Yeah, and also you might just try to be paving the road for Sayla in the late game.
Right.
Giving that option to go into like Flicker Glove or Haymaker.
Yeah.
And just really clean up the rest of it. So
right. Well, or just she's gonna switch into Sayla now.
He's trying to read the read.
Yeah, I was going to say she brought in Eric and Roadkill brought in Grace, which was like a pretty solid idea. But then, yeah, just switched out instead. Said, nope. I'm just gonna bring in Sayla and take whatever physical hit's gonna happen. Lullaby on Sayla is pretty scary. Unless you round end, I guess.
Round end. Yeah. Alright.
Is she gonna bring in Eric again?
I don't know. Like, I don't see why you don't try to bring in Grace again to potentially threaten.
Them's Tazu and Grace.
Tazu.
Maybe she's going to like work for pop-ups or something. I think it's interesting how Round End Sayla acted as like kind of a reset there. Like, hold on, I didn't like the switch-ins we did. Can we do that again?
Yeah.
Tazu still threatens Grace. Oh, wow.
Oh.
It was like delayed a little bit.
Yeah.
Really tense there, yeah. Tazu's out. No popping up. No inviting to lunch. Tazu goes home. Frig is down to 3 characters. She brings in Eric.
Yeah, now that you threaten with this firework. Oh,
there it
okay.
is.
Let's just gonna trade it out. Just say, okay. You get that 1-for-1. But yeah, now it becomes literal rock, paper, scissors out here.
Yeah.
They each kind of have an out to each other, so
Yeah, it's like
what
Tazu.
do you play here?
Yeah, I was expecting Roadkill to bring in Tazu, because at the least, I guess Frig has bypass clause and scanner.
Mhm.
I don't. I think Eric can survive one firewall. I wonder
Oh.
though if that's what's gonna happen here.
Oh, the bomb lock
Bomb lock
just
it.
completely negating that out. The lunch invite.
Yeah, Tazu crushed the scanner in her hands.
Flourish. Looking at
Nothing's
like,
really.
Flourish bypass. It really it heals you, right?
Yeah, it heals you 50 health. Nothing really is like doing a lot of damage to Tazu right now, though. The Flourish Fireworks does a little bit of extra damage, which is helpful. Oh, he's dead! Eric's gone. The bubble was popped.
Yeah, I didn't expect that damage to really go through and be enough, but I guess Firewall, without the scanner, like, there was just not enough coming through, so.
Right. Yeah, now it's
just short.
It's Sayla and Lise. Sayla has good moves for threatening most of Roadkill's characters except for her own Sayla. So I feel like, yeah, we're gonna see a switch in here. And now we have some sort of like priority battle. All right, refund locket on the Sayla as well. Just maintain that battery. Going for another flourish this time.
The Flourish Haymaker covers everyone. But once again, you have to worry about the priority. Actually, the priority hit, they don't have
The flourish haymaker went through.
Yeah, they didn't have flourish on Roadkill. Didn't have flourish or parry available, so making sure that they get a kill regardless of the switch is important. So
yeah. All right, Zale comes in, looks over Lise. I think if Zale got like a lullaby off on the Sayla, it might be tricky. So I think the infuriating makes sense here. Fireworks also just gets blocked.
yeah, a good answer right now, and maybe just build up a little bit more meter so when Sayla does come back, you're ready to go. You have batteries. You're just good to go against just Tazu and the rest of them.
Yeah.
The flourish pet comes through.
It definitely is going to help take out Lise a little sooner, but I don't know if it's going to help enough here. Like, I wonder if the battery was better saved, or if that was, I don't know, maybe now Lise will die to a peck.
Yeah.
I think that's the main
we'll
out that Roadkill has.
They're just chipping away with fireworks, both of them, just trying to build up that battery. Yeah, this is a race to fill the battery right now.
Yeah, Lise can't parry now, but Lise also isn't taking a lot of damage from what Zale gets.
Just hanging in there.
Yeah. And of course, Zale is just taking the fireworks as well. Oh, but Zale goes first, knocks out Lise. Now we just have Sayla on Frig's side.
Yeah.
She's backed up by 2 batteries, so she has like two flourishes available if she wants to try to clear out parries.
Yeah, that damage number is really, really tough in general.
Yeah. Flourish Flicker Love is definitely a strong option in this sort of endgame scenario. I feel like we've seen this sort of thing a lot, that like not only does it crit, but the advantage you get from the priority just means that as long as you have enough physical attack to overcome them, you do have a very quick and easy exit here.
Yeah, that's exactly what Zale's gonna do. Just head right out, as it's gonna be Sayla versus Tazu.
And I'm pretty sure this just is Flourish Haymaker?
Flourish Haymaker or Flourish Flicker Glove. You just want the damage in, and yeah, that's gonna do it.
Yep. And Frig takes the next game. Game 2. 1-1. This thing is out. Because this thing won.
So, yeah, now it's 1-1. We're gonna see, this last one is gonna be determining who's gonna be facing off against Gretchling, in the loser semis. And then the winner of that goes on to face off against Kang in losers finals, and then we move on over to the grand finals after that.
And yeah, whoever wins this does get into top 4, which is a feat in of its own. So looks like Frig is looking at her Tazu captain team for now. Yep. I wonder if we're going to see the Tazu mirror then. It was on the table. And moment of truth, nope.
This is a Grace.
Didn't Roadkill win with Grace captain?
I think so. I think that was in the last match.
I could have sworn game 1 of this, Roadkill won with the Grace captain. It seems like they're figuring this out here.
Yeah.
There may have been a mistake. I'll look at the I'll check the chat really quick. Yeah, it seems like there was a mistake here. So I think we're just getting that figured out for now. Wow, it's 6:30 for me. I hope everyone else in the chat is doing well, though. Got a few very nice games coming up.
Yeah, we're starting to get to the end of the bracket here. So,
okay, looks
making
like
sure that we could at least get you something.
Yeah, looks like they're going to be restarting this game since Roadkill picked the wrong team. All right, so we will get that back very shortly. There, had that there. All right, yeah. So Frig locked in the same team. Roadkill can't do the Grace team, so she brings Eric.
So yeah, Eric clearly going to be a way to start this off. So we'll see how they're going to respond back. Yep, so Eric's going to get that first battery. First battery up. Meanwhile, Baron gonna stand here.
I almost wonder if Roadkill's going to pull out a parry fireworks again. Farron's pretty bulky. No, flourish fireworks. Farron's
he survives it, and he trades him out.
Gloam Locket. Yep.
Okay. So at least threaten that turn, and the fleeting locket on Farron. So gonna be able to tag out here.
Yeah. Looks like Clint has quick foil. She wants to get him in there and just clean this up nice and quickly.
And I think Roadkill knows this as well. So I could see a potential switch.
Right. We
coming through.
That's sort of why Frig is hovering the escape whip there. Yep. To call out the switch instead. Quick foil is such an important resource that you don't just want to use it immediately. In comes Tazu.
Kazu against Grace does have that firewall option. He's looking to switch as well, so might be the play. We're just shuffling characters at this point.
Yeah.
So Jane comes in.
Still isn't a great
admire.
position for either of them.
Yeah.
I believe Jane's slower though. I think she has like 20 base speed, 25.
I think it's 25. So
Yeah.
if they don't invest into it, yeah, and we know
No.
that they outspeed. But the hand cannon,
I think she did the charge panel either wanting to proc Tenacious just to get that 5 battery, or expecting a switch out of Jane.
yeah.
Charge panel is also out of uses now thanks to acid armor.
Yeah. And might have to commit to the admire too.
Yeah. Yep, there goes Grace, who bites Keiban to death. No admire. Biting Grace, super strong. Just very effective pivot. Yep, Lise comes in. Grace is mad, but hard to say how much of an impact that'll be.
And just no lullaby this turn.
Yeah.
Acid armor coming back again. Disruption wave. Tanks that quite well.
Yeah, Jane tanks that super hard. And looking at Frig's team, she doesn't have a lot of other emotional damage. I think just... Oh, Tazu has Ride Up. Okay. So Tazu and Farron are what Frig has remaining here. Scanner on
the
Jane!
scanner on Tazu lands that. Oh my god, that's huge.
That's incredible. I've never seen Scanner Jane before.
I don't think people expect it too, because it's either like decoy or pop-ups or something, but
Yeah, this is Roadkill's playing a team that has 3 digital attackers, so it definitely makes sense as like a support option there.
I don't know how many of them are running scanner, like Eric running scanner too.
Oh yeah, imagine. Yeah, Frig is in a bit of trouble here now. Her main digital tank and her attacker has much less digital defense.
Just looking to parry lunch invite here.
Lunch invite got parried for another lunch invite. Balm Locket
And the
got
Balm
triggered.
Locket.
Wow, Roadkill is on top of things. That was a lost battery and a lost lunch. Nope, okay. Infuriating switch in does prevent one more turn of lunch invite, but I mean, Lise doesn't really have much to do against Tazu anyways. Especially like now that Tazu can start shooting firewalls out.
Yeah, just start building up that defense. There's not a lot that they can do. Can't really build up a lot other than just taking hits.
I suppose you can like sack Farron to get in Clint. But yeah, it's you're kind of just giving Tazu a lot of time to start building up that stats. And if you're not able to take care of her, then she does kind of wall everybody else.
So yeah, we're just trying to figure out what the plan is. Oh, the cheer might be able to come through. It will. So just making sure that they have a little bit more sustainability. That's going to be really helpful for Farron, especially since he's literally like 3 HP.
Yeah, but Farron
Bro.
has to like come in and survive something.
Yeah.
I think she wants to try and bring in Clint. As long as Clint can survive 1 hit from Firewall, he's good. And that cheer definitely helps that out. Maybe even he can survive 2 hits from Firewall. Bring in the
She's
Farron.
gonna go straight into it.
Yep. She sacrifices the Farron, gets that extra bit of battery. Now Clint could flourish quick foil. Oh right, Tazu's sad, so never mind. Tazu can't even like parry. Still, yeah, free switch in here. Gotta make the best use of it because you're already down 2 characters.
Yeah, but the switch in as well, like if they do go into a switch into Jane, the acid armor will just eat the quick foil.
Exactly.
So we have to see what they're gonna go for here. If it is a switch, the poison dagger is a pretty solid like coverage, but at the same time,
Lunch invite the
like,
Clint.
you want to make sure that they're gone. Yeah.
Snacks can only take you so far here. Also, is that puzzle pendant Clint then? The Clint went after the Tazu. So it's either like minimum
Maybe.
speed or it's puzzle pendant.
Yeah, it is going second.
Yeah. Escape Whip kills the Tazu there. Snacks come into play here. Yum. Doesn't get that extra 10 health from the cheer, but that's fine. So with one of Roadkill's main sort of like problems out of the way, there's still like some threats that Frig has to worry about, but I think she has a little more freedom here. Doesn't have to position quite as tightly.
Yeah, it's just they can threaten with firewall as well. They have a little bit of time as long as they can, you know, tank the first hit. We should be okay.
And she does so. Tanks the riding crop. Firewall takes out Grace. That means biting is out of the equation, which is actually very helpful overall. Yeah, the ability to not worry about getting hit by 10 and just, you know, it like biting essentially turns all of your characters into 90 health characters.
Yeah.
And so with that out of the way, it lets you play a lot looser with your health.
Yeah, now this is tough as well. You have the flourish on the side of Roadkill as an option. If you wanted to make sure that even if they do decide to parry, you can get through it. And, you know, priority hit. You don't really need it, but it's more of just for the sake of not getting Sayla KO'd here.
Right. But also, if Frig switches out, then she can kind of burn that flourish from Roadkill's side and keep Tazu in with a battery. It's a lot of the like really hard reads in this game come down to this like careful battery management, especially towards the end game portion of the game. And I think that's been sort of a major theme throughout all the matches today, especially these like final top 8 matches.
I think I see what Roadkill was trying to do. She's trying to burn battery, so when they get Eric back in, they get it back to full.
Oh, right.
Without having to waste it. So
Tags into Jane, who eats the heart-to-heart. It's going to heal up at least a pretty fair amount. Now, neither of them really have moves that threaten each other a whole lot. So, Jane at the same time can eat up Frig's uses, and this could turn into a tackling Lise. Extra cheer gives Clint a little bit more longevity. Wait, no, Clint's already cheerful because it didn't go down when he switched.
true.
So it really just gives Lise more longevity.
Yeah, and it has to click the disruption wave for some damage. Are they?
She's
considering
conceding.
All right.
All right. So Roadkill takes it against Frig 2-1.